Hello and welcome to another Inspiration Clan video tutorial. In this tutorial what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you why you should be using adjustment layers and the key features of adjustment layers. Now the first one that I want to speak about is working non-destructively. So let's come into our document. We've got it open from the previous lesson and we've got some adjustment layers here. Now, what do we mean when we talk about working non-destructively? We mean not affecting the actual pixels in the original image. Now, as you can see, all these adjustments are on their separate layer. They don't affect our actual image, any pixels in the original image. So we can always go ahead and revert back to our original image. So I'm going to turn this hue and saturation adjustment off. We're back to normal. If I put a few of these adjustments on, you can see there we've got the black and white on there. Let's turn that one off, and I want to add the curves in. You can see there we're building up this effect, and we can simply go and turn these off and we're back to our original image. Now, working non-destructively should be part of your workflow. If it's not already, we are going to run a course explaining all the different techniques to work non-destructively. But using adjustment layers is a great first step. So that's the first reason, and probably one of the best reasons to use adjustment layers. Now the next is the fact that they are stackable. Now what do I mean by stackable? I mean you can group them together. So I want to go ahead and I want to add the levels adjustment in. So that's one layer, and I actually want to add the curves as well. Now both of these adjustments are affecting our image in a stack. So again, maybe I want to go ahead and add this color channel mixer layer in, or I want to add the inverted layer on. So you can stack these up however you like and build up your adjustment. You can add as many adjustment layers as you like. You can add multiple adjustment layers of the same. So if you wanted to add 3 levels adjustment layers to build up an effect, we can do that. So adjustment layers are stackable, which makes it super easy to build up your effect and edit your effect as you go. Now next, they are also reusable. So what do I mean by reusable? So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to add all these adjustments into a new group. So I'm going to click on the top one, come down, hold down shift, click on the bottom one, and I'm just going to click on the group icon here to add those all into a group called group 1. So all of these adjustments are now in this group in this document. Now I have another document open here, just another picture of nature and a garden. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on this group. I'm just going to drag it up into our new document, and I'm just going to drop it in there. And you can see now our adjustments are applied to this image. The exact same adjustments are applied to this image. So say for example you were editing images in a photo shoot and you wanted to edit them all roughly similar. You wanted to adjust the lighting and the colors kind of similar. You can do that on one image, and you can simply click and drag to follow additional images, or you could add multiple images in the same document, and then just turn the images off, and it's going to apply these adjustments to that image. So they're reusable and very effective, which speeds up your workflow. So that is number 3. Also, I want to just make a quick note on how quick they are to add. So if you quickly, I'm just going to delete this group, and I'm just going to come in and say for example I wanted to adjust the hue saturation. This image is a little bit too saturated, so I just want to take the saturation down slightly. There you go. In 10 seconds you can edit your image quickly and effectively. You can build up this effect and then go in and refine at a later date. So that's number 4, how quick they are. And finally, I want to actually speak about blending modes, because they are, adjustment layers are exactly that, they are layers. So as with any layer, you have your blend modes, you also have your opacity. So say for example we wanted to reduce the saturation and we thought, oh no, too much. Obviously we could put the saturation back up, but we could actually just reduce the opacity of the layer as well. So this gives us a lot of possibilities. We can do the layer blend mode, change the layer blend mode, we can change the opacity, and we can do that in combination with multiple adjustment layers to build up our effect. So let's go in and add a curves adjustment. Let's make it really exaggerated. Okay, that's really intense, that's too much. Okay, let's take that down to 20%. You can see there, it's very subtle. So using blend modes and using the fact that adjustment layers are their own individual layer means that you can do so. You can't do that when you're going up to image. If I come up to image adjustments and say I added a hue and saturation adjustment or a curves adjustment here, that's going to apply it directly to the image. We can't then change the blend mode, we can't change the opacity. So adjustment layers are a massive win when it comes to blend modes. There you go. They are the probably the five most important or the best ways in which adjustment layers help your workflow in Photoshop. They speed up your workflow, they make you more efficient. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you managed to use adjustment layers in your flow if you're not already. So thank you very much for joining me. I will see you in the next course.